A Wyoming state representative is set to introduce the What is a Woman Act that would define people's sex by their biology at birth. A Gillette realtor is accused of identity theft, and a tough little kitty gets the best of a bully raccoon. We'll take a look at these stories and more today from Wyoming's largest news organization. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily. When lawmakers convened for their 2024 session February 12th, along with tackling Wyoming's biennial budget, they'll also consider legislation that would define people's sex as male or female by their biology at birth. Political reporter Leah Wolfson said the What is a Woman Act, proposed by State Representative Jeanette Ward, would also preclude special accommodations for people who identify otherwise.
Basically, if someone has a gender identity that's different from what their sex was at birth, they would not be allowed to use the bathroom that is equitable to their current gender identity. Ward said that the bill is simply about embracing women's rights, and that it's just a matter of kind of recognizing her viewpoint that a woman, is a man is a man, and it's very simple as that.
A dozen states have laws on the books restricting transgender use of bathrooms in some way. Well, accused of forging the signatures of other real estate agents to win a higher commission on home sales, a Gillette real estate agent now faces 6 felony charges. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that 57-year-old Tammy Hinson is charged with 3 counts of identity theft and 3 counts of forgery.
Well, the affidavit accuses Tammy Hinson of placing forged electronic signatures from other real estate agents on the sale documents for foreclosed properties. And the affidavit says that if an outside agent did the sale, there would be higher commission attached to it. Whereas if Hinson did the sale, there would be a lower commission.
Each of the 6 felony charges against Hinson carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and $10,000 in fines. The case is ongoing. An embattled fire chief in Jackson is on administrative leave after public outcry for his resignation reached a fevered pitch last month. Cowboy State Daily's Jake Nichols reports that mounting pressure against Chief Stephen Jelly culminated last week in what could be viewed as a soft termination labeled as a paid administrative leave.
Fire Chief Stephen Jelly came to Jackson last November from upstate New York, where his tenure there was reportedly a rocky one. Despite the apparent red flags that include at least one ongoing lawsuit from his old job, Jelly was hired as Teton County's fire boss last year and almost immediately came under fire from his subordinates. Early this month, Jelly was put on administrative leave. His critics call him tyrannical, among other things. Jelly says he was hired to get the budget under control, and that's an inherently painful process.
I'll be back with more news right after this.
At Hilltop Bank, we understand that buying a home is a big decision. That's why we're here to be your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Our experienced mortgage team will guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. We offer competitive rates and a wide variety of home loan options to best suit your needs. With our local knowledge and personalized service, you'll feel confident and comfortable throughout the entire home buying process. Contact us today to start your journey toward home ownership. Hilltop Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wyoming U.S. Senator John Barasso has made his pick for president, and the name is Trump. Cowboy State Daily's Leah Wolfson reports that Barasso is endorsing former President Donald Trump for the 2024 election because, quote, America was better off under President Donald Trump's leadership.
Barasso's endorsement is significant because he's the first member of the Republican Senate leadership to endorse Trump for president. Although Barasso has significantly supported McConnell, he said that it's important that Republicans back Trump in order to kind of return things to the way he saw it was under Trump's presidency.
Barasso is the Republican Conference chairman, which makes him the number 3 ranking Republican in the Senate. And Scott Smith admires and appreciates the essentially feral barn cats that keep his rural property near Casper free of vermin. He's even set up a pair of cat shelters on his place to get his feline defenders out of the weather. But as Cowboy State Daily's Mark Hines reports, the shelters have attracted some freeloading raccoons who've been hogging the space and gobbling the cat's food. But this week, a young cat decided he'd had enough.
The guy got video of it because he has remote cameras inside the cat shelters, and you see this big old raccoon crawling up through the hole, and this young cat, this guy said it's only about a year old, it just loses its temper and starts smacking this raccoon around, and the raccoon's like twice the cat's size, so it's pretty funny to watch.
And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.